broke as a joke, like Kat would say. But are you in the space where you are sick and tired? Because if you're not sick and tired, you'll never make a difference. So for me, when I found this skill set, when I found this opportunity, I just saw it as a gateway. I saw it as this is gonna help me, get to the next level. This is gonna change my life. This is going to, take me to that next level. And one thing you need to know is most of the people that Katrina showed today, those were the people that I learned from, years ago. This is like, some 3, 4 years ago. Those were the people that I learned from, learned how to trade, learned their strategies, took their trades, and we have them on the platform right now. I've got people that, say to me, Sylvia, if these people are there, I want to I want to do it. I want to learn. So we have a whole lesson. We have people that have created multimillionaires, and I'm one of those people, right? Today, I mean, I'm actually out right now with a couple of my friends. Today's Friday. We've made some good money, obviously, but I'm gonna share my screen and just show you. Sorry, and just show you my profits for today.
To see this.
So I'm gonna share my screen. I actually have it open. Sorry. All right, Kat, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can, money, honey.
Okay, so today I took some trades. I was up in the midnight. So if you probably notice some of my trades, they're like 4 a.m., 3 a.m. So my sister was doing some, she had some calls and she was interrupting my sleep. So I woke up and I was like, okay, you know what? I can't sleep again. Let me just trade. So I went to the market. Bitcoin was moving, gold was moving, and I was just taking trades. I'd made about almost $1,000 between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. while I was awake. So if I scroll, you're gonna see the timestamp there. Some of them were like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. And when I made that money, I was like, you know what, let me just go to bed, right? I woke up in the morning, I went to the gym. While I was at the gym, before I even went to the gym, I was like, let me just look at the market again, right? So when you're making money, it's exciting. I was like, let me just look at the market again. And, I took some trades while I was at the gym. At some point, I would get distracted and I'll just close the trade, very small profit because I'm trying to avoid being distracted. And before I left the gym, I'd made over like $300, right? You can see the timestamp, so you'll know that this was the time I was at the gym. I mean, I was just like in and out making money, and I made some withdrawal today. You can see it there. The $2,800 was the withdrawal I made today. And listen, this is just Katrina knows me. This is pennies, right? This
Oh,
is pennies for the day. We've had days where we're doing like $5,000, just in a casual afternoon before even 4 p.m. Right? And in case you're wondering, this is a real account. Obviously, account withdrawal was not a real account. I've got multiple accounts. The name of this account is a six-figure account. The reason is I want to hit a six-figure on this particular account before the end of the year, and that's why I named it a six-figure account. I've got other accounts. You're going to see billionaire Sylvia there. Different accounts, but this one is the account that I'm trying to use to hit six figures by the end of the year, right? I can create another account tomorrow and say this one is for travel. I want to use this to travel to whatever country I wish for, in October. And I'm just going to create a trading account for it and just, trade and make money for that trip. Why am I sharing this? Anything is possible with the skill set. Let me still share my screen. Anything is possible with the skill set, but you need the knowledge, right? When you need the knowledge and you need the people that have the knowledge. So on the live sessions, I jump on the live sessions. I actually learn from these guys. The fact that I've been in this game for a long time, I still learn from these guys. And I jump on the session and I hear what they say. I see how they trade. It helps me build my confidence. So when you come into this space, leverage on the education, leverage on the system. We have so much here. Like, we're spoiled for choice. I wish I could go on my WhatsApp and show you guys. Someone was like, this is a lot, right? We're spoiled for choice. Today I had someone in my team. She's all the way there in Kenya. She's almost 50 years, about 46 years old. And she told me today that, Sylvia, I have made about 1,500. Let me see if I can actually share that. Her name
shit.
is Sylvia. She's actually my namesake.
And please
So I'm
show
gonna share that.
me as well.
Yeah, Sylvia's because I mean her age and she's just shy. She doesn't like to share stuff on the group. I always tell her go and share on the group and she just runs away. So I'm gonna share that. But this is someone who is actually using one of the services. I think Katrina mentioned the scanner. She's
Yes.
actually using one of the services. Yeah. So this is Sylvia. She's in Kenya. We met on Instagram. So you see that you can actually meet people anywhere and you can help them make money. So yesterday, 2 days ago, she messaged me. She's been using a particular scanner back to back. And then she told me she made $200 the other day. The other day, $269 smashed on gold. I'm like, wow. I said, go and share on the group. She disappeared. Today, she reached out and she said she has been putting this money in her wallet. And I asked her how much so far. She said 1,500. Now, here is what's inspiring. She said, I want to get this to double because I owe my children some coins. So she said she's been teaching her kids, how to trade. She's been showing them how the platform works. And I think that they said, she needs to get them on. So she actually wants to make money and fund their own trading account so that they can get on board and also learn the skill for themselves, right? So she said, I want to double it because I owe my kids some coins and I want them to be able to share a fractional amount. I'm like, wow, this is just amazing, right? And this is someone that is almost 50, almost 50. So there's really no excuse for anyone on here to not be able to make money. If it's the scanners you're using, whatever you're using the G4 Connect app, you're jumping on the live sessions to be able to learn from these guys, take the trades that they're taking. There's no reason for you to not make money, right? And of course, you've got an amazing person like Katrina. Katrina changed my whole life. Like she literally changed my whole life just from being my mentor, from being my coach, my friend, my sister. She changed my whole life. So, Kat, I want to say thank you. Thank you for everything, and thank you for having me on. I want to go back to my party.
Oh, please. Yeah,
This is
like
the view, by the way. It's
you're
so cool.
saying that you
That's it right
make
there.
money, you withdraw some money, and then you went to enjoy. I love it for
All
you.
right.
All right.
All
Thank
right. Thank you
you,
so
sis.
much.
Thank you.
Bye.